Hello, you are welcome. The question here on radical equation says 5x minus 2 multiplied by the square root of 2x plus 3 and is equal to 9. Now, for us to solve this, let's first of all isolate this radical part. Let it be alone. That's the first thing to do here. So, because it is negative, this is minus 2 and then this. Because of that, let's carry the whole of this negative part to the right hand side so that it becomes positive, and carry this 9 to the left hand side. So I'll be having 5x. When this positive 9 comes to this side, it becomes negative 9, and it's equal to, when this negative 2 root 2x plus 3 goes to that side, it becomes positive 2 root 2x plus 3. Now, the next thing for us to do, since we have isolated the radical part, we now square it so that this root sign will disappear. So we are going to square both sides so that this square root sign will disappear. So I can simply square this side. I'm going to square it, and then this side too, I'm also going to square it so that the radical sign will go. Now, to square this, I can simply double this bracket and expand, but that is a longer method. So I want to go to the shorter method of expanding bracket like this. So anytime you see a bracket like that carries a square, the easiest way to go about it is to first of all square what you have here. So 5 square is going to give us 25x square. Don't forget, you square the 5, which is 25, and you square the x. So 5 square will give us 25x square. And then you take the sign that is here, the middle sign, you write it out. And then the next thing to do, listen carefully, the next thing to do is to multiply 9 and 5x. And then whatever you get, you multiply it by 2. So 9 multiplied by 5x will give us 45x. Multiplying 45x by 2 will give us 90x. Hope you got this short method of expanding bracket like this. Let me repeat the second part. You multiply this term and this term together. Taking this sign here, you multiply this term and this one together. Whatever you get, you now multiply it by 2 again. So 9 multiplied by 5x will give us 45x. 45x multiplied by 2 will give us 90x. Then now, the next thing for us to do is to square this last part. That's the final thing to do. Square this negative 9. So when you square negative 9, it becomes positive 81. 9 square is 81. So negative multiplied by negative becomes positive. So this is the expanded form of this. So when you square this bracket, you can double the two brackets, double the bracket and expand and simplify to finally take you to this value. So this is the left hand side now, and then we say it's equal to, now this square sign affects what is here and also affects what is inside the root sign. So it's going to be 2 square, according to the law of indices, it will be 2 square, and then we have root 2x plus 3 also squared. So this square outside affects all the terms inside the bracket. So it's affecting these 2, and that's why I wrote 2 square. And it's also affecting this term here. And that is why I've also squared this term. Now, the next thing for us to do is to simplify further. So I have 25x squared, then minus 90x plus 81 is equal to 2 square will give us 4. And then when you square anything in a root sign, you simply remove the square root sign and then you take whatever is inside the bracket. So it's going to be 4 that we got here, then multiply by 2x plus 3. Because when you square this one, it's going to give you just what is inside the bracket, which is 2x plus 3. Now, going further, let's look at how to simplify this further now. So this will be 25x squared minus 90x plus 81 is equal to 4 multiplied by 2x will give us 8x. 4 multiplied by 3 will give us 12. So now, this is a quadratic equation because I have x squared here. So I'm going to make it equal to 0 in order to solve the quadratic equation. So I can simply write 25x squared minus 90x, and then this positive 8x, when it comes to this side, it becomes negative 8x. And then this is plus 81. This positive 12, if it comes to this side, it becomes negative 12. And that will be equal to 0. So the next thing for us to do now is to simplify this. So I have 25x squared. Negative 90x minus 8x will give me negative 98x. Then 81 minus 12 will give me 69. And that is equal to 0. So I now have this quadratic equation to solve. Now, because of the large number here, and I think this will not be easy to factorize because of the large number. So the easiest way to solve this will be to use the quadratic equation formula. So in order to use the quadratic equation formula, I'm going to simply say x, let's recall the formula, x equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, the next thing for us to do is to substitute values. Don't forget, a is 25, this is a. B is negative 98 minus 98. And C is 69. So these are the A, B, and C as used in this quadratic formula. So let's continue to find the x. So minus B. B is negative 98. So this minus sign in the formula is this. Then B is minus 98. So I'm going to write minus 98 as B. And then here, plus or minus, I have plus or minus the square root of B squared, which is minus 98 squared, then minus 4ac. 4 times A is 25, then times C is 69. Then all over 2a, that is 2 multiplied by a is 25, 2 multiplied by 25. So simplifying this further now, I'm going to have is equal to negative multiplied by negative becomes positive 98, and then I have plus or minus the square root of negative 98 squared will give us 9,604. 9,604 minus this times 69 will give us 6,900. Then all over 50. If I continue here, I have 98 plus or minus the square root of this minus this is going to give us 2,704. 2,704. Then over 50. Then now let me continue here. I'll be having is equal to 98 plus or minus the square root of 2,704 is equal to 52 all over 50. And that will be equal to 98. Now I cannot separate into two values, two answers. Don't forget, x has to be two answers. So x has to be 98. I take the positive sign plus 52 all over 50. And then now I take or, that is the second answer now has to be 98 minus 52. So I say 98 minus 52 all divided by 50. So this divided by this will give me x is equal to 98 plus 52 will give me 150 over 50, or 98 minus 52 will give me 46 over 50. So I have finally it's equal to 150 divided by 50 is 3, or 46 divided by 50 will give me 0.92. 0.92. So the values for my x are x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 0.92. But there's one special thing about radical equation. Anytime you solve a radical equation and you arrive at an answer for x, what you need to do is to go back to the equation and test the answers, whether they will actually work. We have to test the answer. If you don't test, you might not get the correct answer. You have to test to be sure that the answers that you have got are actually correct, because one or two of the answers might not be correct, as the case may be. So now let's go and test 3 and 0.92 in the equations, in the original equation. So let me go back to the original equation. Yes, this is the original equation. So I'll rule a line here and simply make the test. Now, in order to test, just take the part that carries x and see if it to give you the right hand side. So that's what you're going to do here. So let's test with 0.92. Don't forget we got 0.92 or 3 as our answer. So let's first of all test with 0.92. So I have 5 multiplied by 5x multiplied by, that is 5x means 5 multiplied by 0.92, since x is 0.92. And then minus 2 multiplied by 2 times 0.92, and then plus 3. Now, 5 multiplied by 0.92 is going to give us 4.6. So I have 4.6 minus 2 multiplied by 0.92 will give me 1.84. 1.84 plus 3. So I have 4.6, then minus 2 multiplied by the square root of 1.84 plus 3 will give us 4.84. Then I now have 4.6 minus 2 multiplied by the square root of 4.84 will give us 2.2. 2.2. So I now have 4.6 minus 4.4, which is equals to 0.2. And 0.2 is not a correct answer. Hope you can see that, because the right hand side is actually equal to 9, not 0.2. So this answer is wrong. That is, this answer of 0.92, x equals to 0.92 is not correct. So let's test x is equal to 3 and see whether it is correct. When x is equal to 3, then let's go back to the original expression now and test when x is equals to 3. So I have 5 multiplied by 3, which is 15. I'm testing the second one now. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15, minus 2 multiplied by the square root of 2 multiplied by 3. Don't forget x is 3. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Then 6 plus 3. And then let's see, 15 minus 2 multiplied by the square root of 6 plus 3 is 9. Is 9. So we have 15 minus the square root of 9 is 3. So I have 2 times 3. The square root of 9 is 3. So that will give me 15 minus 15 minus 2 times 3 is 6. So 15 minus 6 will give me 9, which is exactly what is on the right hand side of the equation. Hope you can see it. So it is exactly 9 that is on the right side of the equation. So that means the value for x is equal to 3 is correct. So I can finally conclude now with all certainty that x is equal to 3 is the correct answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join this page for more videos. Thank you for watching.